I'm going to establish a quorum. The members of the Policy Manual Subcommittee are Joyce Azak,
Present.
Cynthia Rivas Mendez,
Present.
and Judy Sullivan, and I'm here. Superintendent Thomas, do you have any comments about the Brockton Public School email for the school committee members?
Yes, so with the suggestion of Mr. DiAgostino and then us working with Sarah Spatafor, our attorney, and it was determined that obviously that school committee members should get Brockton Public Schools email addresses, and so Sarah sent us a draft policy to go along with that, that school committee members have to follow when using the Brockton Public Schools email addresses. So we got that, I think about 2 weeks ago from Sarah. And so as soon as you talk about it and discuss it and vote on it, then we can move forward and, you'd have access to Brockton Public Schools email, and then obviously all the business would go through that. Unless, Mr. Diostin, please feel free to, if I left anything out.
If it'd be all right if I comment?
Yeah, do you want me to read it first and then
Sure, go right ahead.
comments? Okay, or discussion? Okay, so the school committee email use, all Brockton school committee members will be issued a Brockton Public Schools email account for official school committee business. These email accounts will be maintained by Brockton Public Schools, and all emails sent or received on these accounts will be retained as public records. All school committee members are expected to conduct all school committee business on these official Brockton Public Schools accounts. School committee members are reminded that they should have no expectation of privacy in the emails sent or exchanged on their Brockton Public Schools accounts. Additionally, the following expectations apply to school committee members in their usage of their Brockton Public Schools accounts. School committee members must abide by all Brockton Public School policies and all applicable state, federal, and local laws in their usage of the Brockton Public Schools accounts. School committee members may not use their Brockton Public Schools account for political campaign purposes, and school committee members are reminded to comply with the provisions of the Massachusetts Open Meeting Law in their communications on their Brockton Public School accounts. So, Mr. D'Agostino, you had a comment.
Yep, thank you. So as the superintendent kind of pretty much covered it, but basically our attorney, you all know, Sarah Spatafor, and I had a conversation in reference to Freedom of Information Act requests and things of that nature, and then kind of realized, well, geez, we all have our own Gmails, which are not backed up and on the Brockton Public Schools server and being recorded, and that it would be much better for us to go ahead and have, and we didn't know why we hadn't in the past, but to have Brockton Public Schools emails, so that we can make sure that all those records are being backed up and are available and can be furnished upon request, as we're legally required to do. So that was kind of the context, and I want to thank Sarah for working on this. I know it's a short document, but in the midst of all the MOUs with all the bargaining units and everything else that just kind of came out of nowhere with COVID and what have you, she also squeezed this in for us to help us, make sure we're doing things in the most transparent and proper way we can. That's all I have.
Any other members have any comments about the Brockton Public School email for school committee members? Okay, I just wanted to say that the policy manual for the new members is a manual that we keep with all the policies in it of the school committee and the school department that we've approved, that the school committee has approved. We've been reviewing the manual, and also MASC helped us with the manual and to review to make sure all the policies were current and up to date. So that, I think we've pretty much, it's pretty complete, right, Superintendent Thomas? Dr. Moran might know. The policy manual, we've pretty much updated everything.
Yeah, we actually will be bringing and sending you policies, as we have been updating sections, working with MASC, and you'll be, I believe, this Friday, we'll start with the first set of them.
Okay.
And we'll continue over the next few months to, as you get a chance to review the updated policies. And we're updating the whole policy manual. And
Okay.
so you'll be getting those and have plenty of time to go over those. And then we'll be coming back to vote and to update them. And some have to be removed because they're outdated. And so we've been working closely with MASC. Sharon has done a lot of work around this with the policy manual. And so we'll have a lot of updates coming, and we'll be doing this work probably for the next 3 or 4 months to update that entire book.
Okay, we already did some
Yeah, some have already. done.
already,
Yeah,
okay.
Some, yeah, it's probably.
With the previous members?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, there's probably, we probably did a good 25% of the book
Okay.
already. So
Yep.
we're going to finish it up and.
all right. Sounds good. So does anyone else have any more questions or concerns about the school committee email? So does anyone want to make a motion to accept the policy of the school committee email? Any of our members?
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the policy of the new school committee assigned email addresses.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor? All right. I'll just take a roll call vote. Joyce
Yes.
and Cynthia. And Judy, yes. Okay. Do I have a motion? Do we have any other concerns? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second? All right, we are adjourned from policy manual.
Joy, you have to second.
Yes. Motion to adjourn.